Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is back from attending the ASEAN-Australia Special Summit in Canberra. Marcos expressed confidence in boosting ties with Australia, which would help improve the stability in the Indo-Pacific region. More on this from Marita Muahe.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is confident the Philippines has set the right tone for regional discussions following the recent ASEAN-Australia Special Summit. Marcos arrived in Manila at 11:34 p.m. after attending the ASEAN Summit in Canberra. In his arrival statement, Marcos said the summit provided an avenue to discuss issues that may affect the Indo-Pacific region, as well as how countries like the Philippines may contribute to peace, security, and prosperity. He said his administration vows to maintain constructive engagements with ASEAN and Australia.
The summit provided an opportunity to discuss regional and international issues and how ASEAN and individual member states, such as the Philippines, may contribute to the peace, security, and prosperity of our immediate neighborhood, the Indo-Pacific. As a commemorative summit, it also provided a chance to take stock of how the ASEAN-Australia relationship has progressed in the last 50 years, how we may both together move forward as we advance common values such as peace, environmental stewardship, how mutual economic progress benefits both Australia and ASEAN.
President Marcos also expressed support for Australia's possible membership into the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN. Marcos said he was open to Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's idea to allow Australia to join ASEAN. The president said Australia is welcome to join ASEAN as it already has been an active participant of the regional bloc. Canberra hosted the ASEAN-Australia Special Summit from March 4 to 6 to commemorate their 50th anniversary of dialogue relations. Australia became ASEAN's first dialogue partner in 1974 and has since considered the bloc as its key trading partner. It is expecting two-way trade with ASEAN to reach $400 billion by 2040. Meanwhile, Marcos welcomed holding more joint military drills with Australia to improve Manila's defense, security, and disaster preparedness capabilities. Australia has committed to conduct joint military drills with the Philippines at least once every 2 years. The president has made it a point to push for the Philippines' interests in ASEAN, particularly improving trade and investment relations with Australia and the rest of the regional bloc.
I have made it a priority of our government to advance Philippine national interest in engaging external partners. The summit provided an avenue to discuss our key positions, not only with our other leaders, but also with the Australian public.
For the Pna Headlines, I am Marita Muahe.
The Department of Foreign Affairs emphasized that there has been no agreement between Beijing and Manila insofar as the issue on the West Philippine Sea is concerned. This after China claims that the Philippines promised to abandon its rights over the contested waters. DFA spokesperson Maria Teresita Daza said Manila is working to reduce diplomatic tensions as instructed by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and President Xi Jinping. However, she insisted that Manila has not entered into any agreement abandoning its sovereign rights and jurisdiction over Ayungin Shoal and the rest of its exclusive economic zone and continental shelf. Daza also reiterated that the Filipino resupply missions to Ayungin Shoal are all lawful as opposed to China's entry into another country's EEZ. She said the Philippines would continue to protect and uphold its maritime rights in the West Philippine Sea. On Tuesday, the Chinese embassy defended the Chinese Coast Guard's dangerous maneuvers and water cannon attack against a resupply mission that injured 4 Filipino service members. It insisted that Beijing has sovereignty over the Spratlys. The Philippines has so far lodged 10 diplomatic protests against the Chinese activities in the West Philippine Sea. Former National Food Authority Assistant Administrator for Finance and Administration Piolito Santos is the new officer in charge of the NFA. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. said NFA operations must continue despite the ongoing probe and announced Santos' new designation during the NFA Council meeting on Wednesday. For his part, Santos vowed to improve NFA's manner of selling rice in outlets and prioritize the purchases of government agencies such as the Department of Social Welfare and Development and local government units. He also said warehouse operations must resume amid the peak harvest season. Santos' designation came amid the NFA's investigation into the alleged improper sale of its rice buffer stock. The Office of the Ombudsman suspended 139 NFA officials and employees nationwide who were tagged in the matter. Santos meanwhile said the positions of those involved have already been filled. The Department of Justice has directed the National Bureau of Investigation to investigate resurgence of mail-order bride schemes involving Filipino women marrying expatriates for a fee or for the promise of migration. According to Justice Assistant Secretary and spokesperson Nico Clavano, immigration authorities intercepted a 20-year-old Filipino woman and an elderly Chinese man at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3. The woman reportedly presented a genuine marriage certificate issued by the Philippine Statistics Authority, indicating that they were married in a restaurant in Pasig City. However, she struggled to provide details about the marriage. The couple was prevented from boarding their flight to Shenzhen on February 28 and were headed over to the Interagency Council Against Trafficking or IACAT. Clavano emphasized the seriousness of falsifying public documents as it undermined trust in the organization issuing legitimate ones. A magnitude 5 earthquake hit Davao Oriental province earlier today. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology or PBBM, the quake happened at 4:19 a.m. It was centered 70 kilometers northeast of Banganga with a depth of 17 kilometers. In Surigao del Sur, intensity 3 was felt in Lingig, while Bislig felt intensity 2 tremors. PBBM also recorded instrumental intensity 1 in Tandag City, Surigao del Sur, and Cabadbaran City, Agusan del Norte. Although aftershocks are expected, PBBM assures the public that no significant damage is anticipated from the earthquake. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account, via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph, under PNA News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Officer, PCO. I'm Stephanie Civiliano, and this is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.